Have you ever wondered if your morning routine could secretly be jeopardizing your health and well-being? James Wilson, a 71-year-old man, tragically passed away yesterday while tending to his garden. At first glance, James seemed to be the picture of health. He exercised daily, followed a balanced diet, and regularly saw his doctor for checkups. But here's the startling truth. It wasn't a heart attack or stroke that took his life. It was something far more insidious. It was something most of us do every morning without even thinking twice. In the next few moments, I'm going to reveal 3 common morning habits that could be putting you or your loved ones at serious risk. What you learn today could save a life, yours or someone you love. Please drop your city in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else recognize and avoid these hidden dangers. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more life-saving health wisdom. Now let's dive into the unsettling truth behind what happened that fateful morning. The silent dangers of your morning routine. The case of James Wilson. James Wilson, a healthy 71-year-old man, tragically passed away in his garden one seemingly ordinary morning. He was someone who followed all the guidelines for maintaining good health. He exercised daily, ate a balanced diet, and had regular checkups with his doctor. He was active, mentally sharp, and appeared to have everything under control. So what went wrong that morning? The shocking truth is that James's passing was not due to a heart attack, a stroke, or any major health crisis that might be expected in someone his age. Instead, his death was the result of a combination of common, yet often overlooked morning habits that most of us engage in without thinking twice. This case brings to light the importance of understanding the subtle dangers lurking in our morning routines, especially for seniors. Your morning is the time when your body is most vulnerable. Yet we tend to overlook how critical the first few moments of the day can be. This is a critical point. It's not just about how you live your life, it's also about how you start your day. The routine habits we perform without hesitation could be the silent culprits putting our health and lives at risk. Why morning routines matter? The body's vulnerabilities at dawn. We often hear that mornings are when we're at our most energetic. Yet the truth is that our bodies are in a delicate state right after waking up. For seniors in particular, the risks are magnified. When you wake up, your blood pressure naturally spikes in an effort to get your body moving and functioning after hours of rest. At the same time, your blood sugar is often at its lowest point because you haven't eaten for several hours. This combination of factors creates a perfect storm for disaster, especially when your body is still groggy and unprepared for physical exertion. In James's case, the day began with him heading straight for his garden, a place he loved and where he spent many hours every morning. He had no plans to do anything strenuous, simply tending to his plants and perhaps pulling a few weeds. But in his rush to start his day, he skipped breakfast, which would have provided his body with the necessary fuel. When the body hasn't been fed, it struggles to cope with the demands of even light activities. In the early morning, your heart is already working harder to push blood through your veins, and without proper nutrition, it becomes a strain on the heart. It's essential to understand the physiological processes at play here. When you wake up, your body's stress hormones, including adrenaline, begin to rise. This is a natural response that helps us transition from sleep to activity. However, without the proper fuel, usually from food, this extra load on the heart can become dangerous. James, unknowingly, put himself at risk by trying to work in his garden without breakfast, a seemingly harmless act that turned fatal. The critical habit 1. The danger of skipping breakfast. Why skipping breakfast can be life-threatening. Breakfast has often been hailed as the most important meal of the day. Yet many people, especially seniors, skip it for various reasons. They may not feel hungry first thing in the morning, or they might be in a rush to get going. But skipping breakfast, particularly as we age, is a risky habit as it directly impacts your body's ability to function properly. For one, it can lead to low blood sugar, which is dangerous, particularly for seniors whose metabolism and bodily systems don't always respond as efficiently as they once did. When blood sugar levels drop too low, dizziness, fatigue, and confusion can result, issues that can easily lead to falls or accidents. Beyond just low blood sugar, skipping breakfast can cause your blood pressure to rise to unsafe levels. When you skip meals, your body goes into survival mode, releasing more stress hormones like cortisol, which can cause an increase in heart rate and blood pressure. Combine this with the natural morning spike in blood pressure, and you've created a precarious situation. This is why it's so important to eat something, anything, before engaging in physical activity, especially for seniors. The solution doesn't have to be complicated or heavy. A simple snack like a banana, a piece of whole grain toast, or a small bowl of oatmeal can provide the body with much-needed nutrients to get through the morning safely. In fact, many health experts recommend eating something light 30 minutes before any physical activity to prevent unnecessary strain on the heart and avoid a sudden blood pressure spike. The dehydration factor. In addition to breakfast, dehydration is another common but often overlooked risk. Many people don't realize how much hydration is required first thing in the morning. After several hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated, and skipping the water intake before breakfast can make things worse. Dehydration contributes to muscle weakness, dizziness, and fatigue, compounding the risks already posed by low blood sugar and high blood pressure. For seniors, dehydration can be particularly dangerous, leading to confusion, fainting, and an increased likelihood of falls. So drinking a glass of water before eating is just as important as the food itself. When you start your morning by hydrating properly, you ensure that your body has the fluids it needs to function optimally, especially when physical exertion is involved. Critical habit 2, the danger of quick movements. Why rising too quickly can be dangerous. The second critical habit that contributed to James Wilson's tragic fate was the act of standing up too quickly. This may seem like a minor issue, but in reality, it's one of the most common causes of dizziness and falls among older adults. When you lie down for several hours, your blood pools in your lower extremities, and when you suddenly stand up, it takes a moment for your circulatory system to adjust. If you stand too quickly, blood rushes to your legs instead of reaching your brain, causing dizziness or lightheadedness, a phenomenon known as orthostatic hypotension. In seniors, this sudden drop in blood pressure can lead to fainting or, in the worst-case scenario, a fall that causes serious injury. James, like many seniors, may have been accustomed to getting out of bed quickly, but this is a dangerous habit. To avoid such risks, it's crucial to adopt a more gradual approach to getting up. Start by lying awake for at least a minute, allowing your body time to adjust to the change in position. Then, transition slowly into a sitting position while allowing your blood pressure to stabilize. When you're ready to stand, do so slowly, taking deep breaths to help your body adjust. A little patience can go a long way in preventing dangerous falls or fainting spells. Why it's important to be aware of morning dizziness. It's important to note that the morning is when most falls happen, particularly among seniors. As the body transitions from sleep to wakefulness, the blood pressure and heart rate are still adjusting, making you more vulnerable to imbalance. The early hours are when your body is still warming up, and your reflexes may be slower than usual. Taking an extra minute or two to rise slowly and taking deep breaths to help your blood flow isn't just about being cautious. It's about preventing potential falls and accidents that could have severe consequences, such as head injuries or broken bones. Critical habit 3, bathroom safety. The hidden risk in the bathroom. The third deadly mistake in James's morning routine occurred in the bathroom. Most people don't think of the bathroom as a dangerous place, but it's actually where many seniors experience their first serious health crisis. Straining during bowel movements, for example, can be extremely dangerous, especially for those with underlying heart issues. When you strain to use the bathroom, you create extra pressure on your heart, which can lead to irregular heart rhythms or even a heart attack. The strain causes a spike in blood pressure, and this is even more hazardous in the morning when the heart is already under stress from the natural rise in blood pressure after waking up. The bathroom is also the site of many falls due to slippery floors or inadequate safety features like grab bars or non-slip rugs. These fall-related accidents can result in broken bones or, in the worst case, life-threatening injuries. For seniors, the bathroom is often a silent threat that needs more attention. Preventive measures and simple changes. To prevent bathroom-related emergencies, seniors should focus on staying hydrated and eating a fiber-rich diet. Foods like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables can help make morning bowel movements easier and less taxing on the heart. Additionally, seniors should avoid forcing or straining during bowel movements and instead take their time to maintain proper posture. This simple change can make a huge difference in preventing cardiovascular strain. If there are ongoing issues, it's critical to speak with a doctor. Constipation or bathroom-related strain should never be dismissed as a minor problem. Building a legacy of health. James Wilson's story, though tragic, serves as an invaluable lesson. Each of the habits that contributed to his death was avoidable, and by making small adjustments to our morning routines, we can greatly reduce our risk of similar incidents. The legacy of health isn't just about living longer. It's about living better and ensuring that our loved ones don't face unnecessary heartache or financial burden because of preventable accidents. The habits we cultivate in the morning set the tone for the rest of our day and for the rest of our lives. As seniors, we need to be particularly mindful of how our bodies respond after waking up. By making small changes, such as eating something light, hydrating, rising slowly, and taking care of our bathroom routines, we are not just protecting ourselves, but also creating a lasting legacy of wisdom and self-care for our families. These changes may seem small, but they have the power to transform our health and the way our loved ones view us. In the end, these simple habits are a gift, not only to ourselves, but to our children, grandchildren, and the generations that come after us. By taking care of our health, we show them the value of self-care, prevention, and mindfulness. When we care for our bodies, we ensure that we can continue to participate fully in family life, making memories and passing on lessons of love, health, and resilience. So, as you go about your morning routine tomorrow, remember that the choices you make can mean the difference between a life well lived and a life cut short.